Hey y'all, welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. If you want to find out how you can preserve your chicken eggs for 18 months, stay tuned. Before I get started, hey, you just seen what was going on today, right? Look, I had to run back inside because it started thundering and lightning. It's getting bad out here, y'all. It's getting bad, but I'm gonna come with this video for you so you can see this today, okay, today, because it's bad out here. It's bad. Welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. So today I'm going to show you just what I had said by the title, how to preserve your chicken eggs. You do not preserve your chicken eggs from the grocery store. Not those chicken eggs I'm talking about. I'm talking about the chickens that you might have in your backyard on your farm. Okay, those chicken eggs. And I'm going to tell you what all you need. You're going to need you some pickling lime. This right here. You're going to also need your eggs. As you can see, I've got all the eggs that they produce to me within a week. This is what I have off my girls. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. That's 2 dozen. That's 1 dozen, 2 dozen. And then I got a total of 3 dozen eggs plus 1. Okay? You're going to need you some water. Not tap water, but you're going to need some spring water, or you're going to need some the Berkey water. If you got Berkey water, you don't need the tap water because it got chemicals and all that stuff in there. So you prefer to get this water. You can get this water for 88 cents, or you can go to Walmart and get it for $1. Okay, I got mine. Is at Dollar Tree. The next thing you need is a gallon. I got a 2-gallon bucket. You got a 5-gallon bucket. You can use a jar if you like. I'm not using this jar. I'm just not that crafty like that. These are eggs. I don't need them cracking on me. And you're also going to need a quart jar. And you'll see why with this. And you're going to need you some measuring spoons. You're going to need a whisk. You're going to need all of those things, okay, to get started on preserving your eggs. And this right here is going to be a 1-to-1 ratio. And that's all, okay? The ratio is this. For 2 tablespoons, it's going to, 2 tablespoons of this is going to lead you to have 1 ounce, okay? 1 ounce. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons that equals 1 ounce. This is 16 ounces, okay? 1 tablespoon. Okay, this is a 2 tablespoon. Okay, so you're gonna need 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna have the stuff down below for you to look at it. Okay, so that way you'll know how to do it. So 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is 1 liter, and then you're gonna have 4 quarts of water. 4 quarts of water makes 1 gallon. Okay, so you're gonna need 1 gallon of water. That's 4 quarts, right? And you're going to need 2 tablespoons of this, right, to make an equivalent to 1. So if it's 4 quarts to make 1 gallon, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of these 2 tablespoons to make your 1 gallon to go in this. So I'm going to be doing 2 gallons. 2 gallons, okay? So let's get started, y'all. Okay, family, so I've already put my concoction in here. You're going to take your whisk and you're going to go ahead and just get that in there so it can kind of dissolve. And it's really good if you stir that in. And this is 1 gallon, okay? 1 gallon that I'm doing. In a 2-gallon bucket. Which means, that's it, that's right here. Which means is for 1 gallon, right, you need 1 liter per quart. 2 tablespoons makes 1 liter. Okay? 2 tablespoons make 1 liter, and 1 gallon is in here of water. Okay? You don't need the tap water. You don't need that. You don't need that chlorine. You're going to either get that bottle that I told you right here about, or you have a Berkey, or you got some type of filtering water. You cannot use the other water, okay, because of the chemicals in there. So you want to get that good and stirred in, right? It looks kind of milky. And when you get ready to place your eggs in, you're going to put them all in. But by the time you get ready to get them all in, you need to have the top turned over on the bottom. So you need the flat side up. Okay? So you ain't going to be able to do all that trying to get that in there and to make it stay. You're going to have to do it after you get so many of them in there and then start turning your eggs. The reason why you have to do that, because everything is going down towards the bottom to the tip, and that keeps air bubbles from happening in your egg or on top of your egg or in the water, okay? The second thing is you're wondering how my eggs are so clean. You got to keep your chicken coop clean, y'all. Having some hay or whatever that's in there, so when they drop their eggs, they're not trampling and stepping and all that with their poop all over the place, okay? But if you got a little poop or something like that on there, you do not want to take a wet cloth or anything like that and wipe it, because what's on this egg, it's got a protectant on this egg. It's called the balloon. The balloon. That balloon protects that egg, okay? It's like an outer coating on this egg. That's what's protecting that egg, okay? So that's why you can't use the store-bought eggs, because they done already washed them eggs. That's why when you get your chicken eggs from outdoors, your chickens that you raising, they got that bloom on there, and you're able to set it up on the counter because it's got that protecting coat. It can stay up on that counter. At the store, them eggs have been already sitting there for a good 3 weeks already. The bloom has already been washed off on it because they can't sell these eggs in the store dirty and got poop on them. And you cannot preserve them like that from the store. So these are their farm fresh eggs, and this is the way you have to do it, like that. So you're going to stick them down off in the water, just like so. You're going to put them in there. Just like this. Okay. Keep doing it. And as it starts getting full, you will know, because then you're turning them with their bottoms up. But since mine are already going down that way, and as they're going down, they're not turning. They're not turning at all. And I'm starting from the corners and work my way. But I will be able to feel around there. I will be able to feel around and see what's up or not. Because you can tell. You can tell the flat side from the pointy side. You want the pointy side to be down. Okay? You want it to be pointing down. And you want the bottoms to be straight up. And I'm not going to be putting all the eggs off in there, because I just got a call. And somebody asked me if I had a dozen of eggs. So I will be selling me a dozen of eggs. You also want to, after this is done, you do need to have a top to put on top of here, so that way your water won't be evaporating on you. And you want to put the date on a sticky note or some notebook paper or something like that, so that way you'll know when you put these in. Okay, feel around there, make sure the bottoms are flat. The flats are on the top. Okay. Okay. So I was able to put 2 dozen eggs in here. Now, if your water starts to go down and everything as you're adding your eggs, all you have to do is add some more solution to it. Now, I said 2 gallons because 2 gallons is going to be put away in my pantry where I'm at right now. It's going to be put away and it's not going to be touched, okay, until I get this completely full. And I'll be starting another one. The other thing is, if you are getting a 5-gallon bucket, you do the same thing. It's still that 1-to-1 ratio. In all size buckets, it's always that same ratio, okay? That same ratio. I use this right here. You can get this from Walmart. You can get this off of Amazon. You can get this at the grocery store. Anywhere. You can pretty much get it. I usually use a whole bag, right, when I have a bigger bucket. But I wanted to show you because this is kind of easier. It's easier to lift, and you don't have that much, you know, a lot of holes. Because it's going to get heavy, y'all. It's going to get really heavy. So you want to put it somewhere where you know where it's going to be. It's going to be in a dark place. And this is my pantry is dark majority of the time. I don't even come in here as much unless I have to. Because I got some of my things that I use on a regular in the kitchen. I come in my pantry when I'm canning and I'm putting stuff up on the shelf. So that's why this is going to be in there. So this will be put away when I get it filled up to all the eggs. Another way is this is good to store, so that way when the chicken starts slowing down on their eggs, you have some put back. You have some put back, okay? And you'll never run out if you do it like this. You'll never run out. You're preserving your eggs. These will last you up to 18 months, okay? 18 months. So I got all that done, and I'm going to tell you some more details on this right away. Now that it is complete, you want to put you a tag on here with the date, okay, the month, and the year on there, and what it is. And you're going to set this top right on top, okay? You're going to make sure it's on there really good, and that it is. And you're going to sit there, and you're going to put these eggs carefully in a place that you know you're going to be able to put it. Golly, y'all, those are some eggs. They don't need to be busted, okay? So you need to put them somewhere safe and everything, and have it in a nice dark spot. Just safe, okay? Just safe. Just like that. So if I confused you, I'm going to bring it to you again. Because I am dyslexia. I had the hardest time, but I had somebody to show it to me and break it down to me. Okay, so you got 1 quart. 1 cup of water. 1 quart of water, right? Put that one in the bucket, okay? Then you take your 2 tablespoons, okay? And you do 1 scoop and you put that in there. Do 4 of these, okay? 4 of these. That makes a whole gallon. Each time you pour 1 in there, put 2 tablespoons in there. That's 1 equivalent, okay? That's that 1-to-1 ratio. 1 to each quart of water. if that makes sense. So 1, 2 tablespoons, that makes 1 liter. Okay? Like that. 2, and then put 2 tablespoons, put that in there. 3, another 2 tablespoons, put that in there. 4, 2 tablespoons, and put that in there. And then you whisk it up and put your eggs in. Okay? And that's how you have your 1-to-1 ratio. Okay? Because you got a whole gallon of water. You're using a gallon. And I got a 2-gallon container right here. If you can put it in that gallon jar that I showed you, by all means, go at it. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want to take no chances like that. Trying to stack all of them up with the head down and the butt up, and you're going around that whole jar like that. I don't want to take no chances in breaking any eggs at all. Right? So where I put my eggs at, that's where they're going to be at. So when I go and get my eggs, I know where it's at. I ain't got to move that bucket. And I'm just dropping it down off in there real slow. Just put it in there and make sure that the bottom, the pointed side is pointing down, and the butt, the round butt part, is going up, like it's poking up. You want that, okay? So I just wanted to let you know that's how you do it. That's how you water glass your eggs and preserve them from your chickens. Do not use the ones from the grocery store. It's not meant for that at the grocery store. Just your farm fresh eggs. So if you see how I'm doing this, I've been doing this for a minute. So you put that in there. That's how you do it. Get it, where you can stock all your stuff up and stock up your eggs. So you would never go out on your eggs. When they start slowing down, at least you have some over here. Now, I've been selling my eggs within last week. I sold a lot of them. And then this week, I started another batch, but I had to wait until I was able to get some more of this. Now that I got it, I had started another one. So that's 2 buckets before the spring, y'all. My chickens, when they slow down, when I say slow down, they still be laying at least 2 to 3 eggs. Now I can't talk for everybody else, because I've seen people all around on YouTube saying that their chickens stopped laying. I don't know what's going on with them, but my babies, they lay all year long, even in the cold days. They lay all year long, and I feed them certain things, and I'll tell you also on another video what I feed my chickens. And I don't do all that light and artificial stuff to get them to lay or whatever, because they gotta rest just like you gotta rest. So if you don't have no eggs and they're getting ready to slow down for the cold, when the cold hits, this is a way in preserving your eggs, so that way you'll always have some eggs, so you don't have to go to the store and get any, okay? And it's really effective, y'all. You ought to try it. Do it. If you got you some eggs, chickens, start doing that. You can do it that way, or you can dehydrate your eggs, or you can freeze them. You can do that too, right? But I don't have no room in my freezer like that. I do have a dehydrator, and I thought about doing something like that. I'm going to try a round of them. I'm going to try to do like maybe 5, and I'll probably do a video on that so I can show people, dehydrating your eggs is another way in preserving your eggs. So that way you can dehydrate them and then have them going into a powder, so that way when you need to use them, you'll have some up on the shelf as far as some dried eggs, hydrated eggs. But I'm going to invest in a one of those, Harvest Right type freeze dryer. Yeah, I want to invest in one of those. They do have a layaway plan. Yes, they do. And really thinking really highly of getting one of those. That'd be one of those great investments to have one of those. So that way I can, freeze dry versus the dehydrator. The dehydrator works wonders, but as far as that freeze dryer, I'd rather do my eggs that way instead of dehydrating them like that. So I'll probably try it, maybe 3 eggs, and dehydrate them and see what it do, and show that on video. But I'm not going to make a habit of doing those like that. I'd rather do this right here until I can get me a high-tech freeze dryer type thing where I know that it is going to take, you know, it's going to do the job like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking any chances like that and get that botulism. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to die on y'all. There you have it, y'all. If y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. And yes, y'all have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.